un chihuahua en nuestro podcast.
Hi, everybody. Episode 10. We made it to 10.
Yeah.
10.
High five.
Double digits.
Double digits, baby.
We did double high fives because
It's
double
5-5 and it's
10.
babe, we did 10 episodes.
We sure did.
And this just came out of nowhere.
No, I know. I just want people to know a little fun fact. In the beginning of March, my husband had said, let's do a podcast. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. And then one day I came home from work and the whole living room was set up for a studio. And that's how it started.
Because I feel that if you're going to go and we're going to go into this travel advisor world, we need to provide information.
I wasn't prepared. So I've been winging it because I get the scripts right before we film.
Her notes are not as good.
And I have to be honest, I don't read through the notes. I like to be surprised.
Really? Because
why? I think it's because this is great, but I also have information that's not on here.
True. So episode 10, thank you everyone for your support up to this point. This is a big milestone for us. It's our first steps into something that I know will be beneficial. So I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you and I love you.
I'm proud of you.
All right. So because it's episode 10 and I'm not going to let her talk, this whole themed episode is themed with 10. So we're going to go over 10 myths and truths about travel, 10 wineries in the world, 10 best of travel, and 10 best during expeditions situations. So you ready, babe?
If you think I'm kidding right now, I just pulled up episode 10 and all I have is intro.
What are you talking about?
I don't know anything.
Episode 10?
Yeah.
What are you? No.
Intro?
Shut up. Okay, so
I'm going to wing it right now. No, I don't even want your notes. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. So my sabotage my wife with no notes. Okay, so the segment one. All right, you ready for this?
No, yeah, I don't even have my reading glasses here anyway. So
okay, so the 10 most shocking travel facts ever. Okay, number 1.
What is it?
The world's longest commercial flight took over 30 hours.
But does it continue to happen?
No.
That's insane. I've done 14 and that was rough.
Right? Like
I don't know if I could do 30.
I think 14 is my max. I think
you've never even done 14.
What are you talking about?
Wait, where have you
going to Italy was like 14.
No, my love, that's like 8 or 10 hours.
Maybe I was drunk.
I flew to China from Chicago and it was like a 14-hour flight and that was rough.
Well, the flight took between 27 and 33 hours depending on the winds. But this was in 1940s.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But planes went slower back then.
And it was stupid.
Yeah. So
but right now, currently, now you're talking about back then, but currently right now, the longest continuous flight is from New York to Singapore, and it lost 18 hours and 40 minutes.
I can see that. Yeah, because
I mean, I'm sure you could see that, but could you take it?
Sure. With a lot of Valium and wine, I can do anything you want me to.
So you're like Parker Posey, like I need my Lizetapan.
It's Lizetapan.
Whatever. All right. So fact number 2, because we have 10 for everything, so there's going to be another long one. The shortest commercial flight was less than 2 minutes. Did you know that?
No. Where was it?
Oh my God.
I don't know because I don't have.
True. You have it's Westray to Papa Westray, and that's in Orkney Islands off of Scotland.
Do they still do that?
Actually, they do. And a lot of people book it because it's like a world record. So it's basically 1.7 miles and it takes it's only 90 seconds.
I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of gas to waste.
Right? And to pack and to put all that stuff for 90 seconds.
I'm not about it. And I think they should stop that flight because of the...
Because of what?
Because that's every time you fly, that's pollution in the air.
And not for 90 seconds.
Yes, of course.
Your fart is more polluted then 90 seconds.
We should start a petition and stop that. I'm not about that flight.
Whatever.
That's silly.
I just think
I
think it's a waste
energy.
of time, not a waste of like carbon footprint.
What's next?
Whatever. Fact number 3: Japanese railways issue certificates for train delays over 5 minutes.
I can see that. Japan and even China, they're very like known for their fast trains and stuff like that. Like that's their specialty. So
they're obsessed with their national obsession is punctuality.
Yeah, so I can see that being an issue.
Yeah, my dad would thrive in Japan.
In Berlin.
Yeah. But actually, you know what it is? It's called a Chinchoni Sho certificate, which basically it's basically like a hall pass to show your school and your boss that you were late because of their incompetence.
Okay, I like that.
Isn't that pretty cool?
It is.
I think that's great. Are you upset because of your notes?
No, I'm used to not having the correct notes, but today was...
No, but I did this at 3 a.m., so you got to excuse me.
Okay, so normally I get pieces of notes, but today I literally got 0 notes. So it's okay. It's the 10th episode, so...
Yeah, it's not like it's important.
No,
all right, the most expensive taxi ride.
I don't know. Milan was crazy.
Yeah, but from the airport to the city, the most expensive taxi ride was $190, which I have to challenge.
Wait, 190?
Euro.
Okay, where?
No, I'm sorry, pounds.
Oh, so it's England.
Yeah, but it's crazy because that's actually $200 US, by the way. So in Oslo, Norway holds this honor. The standard taxi from Oslo airport to the city center is between 160 and 190, which is about $200.
I mean, that doesn't...
It doesn't shock me.
It doesn't shock me because I do so many private transfers all throughout Europe, and the going rate is anywhere between 120 one way to 180 euro one way. So for me, that doesn't shock me. And if you want a cab, great. Then you have to wait, and who knows what you're going to get. If you want a private transfer,
like a black car.
Yeah, it's usually a Mercedes in Europe. They're waiting for you. They're there. There's no stress. And you literally grab your luggage and go. For me, we pay that, and I give that to all of my clients. So that's the going rate. That doesn't shock me. But it will.
Yeah, but $200 is pretty insane.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, I guess.
I mean, I guess.
I just deal with that clientele. But I will tell you this. We were in Milan, and we needed to go. It was really hot that day, and I never get hot. I had rashes on me. And we needed to get to one side to another, and it really was not that far. It was $80 to $200. I mean, the prices that we were seeing, and a cab. This is not a private transfer. This is a cab. I almost flipped my lid. It was insane.
I was recently in LA, and I went from Hollywood to Santa Monica, and that cost me about $120.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Yeah,
so transportation's getting expensive. So
gas,
and I think if you're gonna do it with a black car.
Yeah, if you have to pay that money anyway, you might as well have them waiting for you personally and give you your ride.
Yeah, feel like an important person. Okay, so here we go. Fact number 5. This is crazy.
So crazy.
So crazy.
I wish I could tell you how crazy I was.
Yeah, she can't. India's transportation department, they transport over 23 million people every day.
That's insane, but I can see that. I
mean, there are 1 billion people there.
There's 1 billion, and cars is not a huge thing over there. So I can totally see that.
Insane,
and that's a lot. Yep.
So Indian railways run about 13,000 trains daily.
Wow.
More than 7,000 stations. So just imagine being head of transportation for India.
No, I don't want to imagine.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because I'll be drunk every day. I'll be stressed out.
And eating lots of curry. Yum, 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 yum,
fuck.
yum, yum,
I'm
yum.
sorry. Yes. AF.
We love
Indian food. It's the best. Okay, so number 6. This is awesome. You're going to love this. I know you don't have anything, but hold on. I could do this. No, I can. All right. Sudan has more ancient pyramids than Egypt.
I did not know that, and I'm huge on history. So thank you for sharing that fact.
Yes, thank you
Very
for giving you that fact.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
So Sudan actually has over 200 pyramids, twice as many as Egypt.
Are they as high? And in
Probably not as pretty. And Sudan doesn't roll off the tongue, like Egypt.
Okay.
So yeah, I think, yeah. So that's pretty crazy. Number 7. Are you ready for this?
So ready.
Banana is a popular pizza topping in Sweden.
Okay.
Number 8.
Next.
That didn't hit a nerve. Russia is the only classified beer as alcohol since 2011.
I wonder how much alcohol is in their beer.
Crazy?
No, but there must be a lot of alcohol in there.
But listen, like you're talking about a country that loves vodka.
Yeah, they're known. Hello. They're
And so like beer to them is like water.
But for them to make it an alcohol, there must be a lot of alcohol percentage in there.
Or maybe because they got like, oh, you guys are alcoholics. They probably got like influenced. I don't know.
What?
Whatever. All I'm saying is for you to classify beer as an alcohol in 2011, you're alcoholics. That beats Ireland.
No, because just so you know, usually wine and beer has a lesser percentage in their spirits.
A lot of people know that.
Right. So for them to classify it, I'm going to research that. They must have, I don't have the energy. I don't have my glasses. I can't even look.
She's really drunk.
But the point is that it must have a lot of alcohol for it to be classified for an alcohol.
Got it.
Product, not a spirit. Okay, continue.
Okay. Now I'm going to really blow your mind.
Go. I'm ready.
In Ethiopia, it's 2013. Did you know that? So Ethiopian Orthodox calendar, the country is roughly about 7 to 8 years behind the Gregorian calendar, which that's what we use. So they're basically in 2013.
Okay.
Do you think we should warn them about 2020 and the pandemic? Just saying. I don't know. Like, but isn't that crazy? Like their Orthodox calendar is 7 to 8 years than what we are. So in reality, it's not. It's fucking 2013.
You know what just came to my mind?
What?
Conan O'Brien. In the year 2000.
Okay, I think we're going to stop drinking wine in these episodes. So last but not least, number 10, there's a town in Norway where it's illegal to die.
So what do you do there? Like what happens?
Live.
But hold on, if you die there, do they sue you?
No. Hold on. And I'm going to get there. So in a town in Norway called Longyearbyen, sorry if I killed that. Good. Since it's so cold, the body doesn't decompose.
Oh.
So which means is that you cannot bury the dead. In other words, you can't be dead in that town.
So will they just move you to the next town?
Yes, they have to move you to the mainland, or you cremate and go or off to sea.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's illegal to be dead on land in that town because since it doesn't decompose because it's so cold, they need to remove your body somewhere else.
Love that.
Isn't that insane? Dude.
Love that.
Right? Isn't that just amazing? This is why I love my podcast. Oh, I'm sorry, our podcast.
That was not a Freudian slip.
All right. Well, that's segment 1, everyone. Okay. In our 10 episode.
And then what do we have another? I don't know what we're doing today. Is there
we have
2. What is segment 2?
It's the top 10 wineries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're not drinking a specific wine today.
Yeah. Yes, we're not drinking a specific wine because it seemed not responsible. So we're on to segment 2 in our 10th episode celebration, and we're going to talk about the top 10 wineries or wine regions in the world, babe.
In the world. Start with number 10.
Number 10. This was a shock to me.
I can't read it. Make it bigger.
Why don't you just grab it? I need to grab it. Why don't you get that and why don't you read it off? And I'll read it.
Ooh, I can see one word. It's in Oregon.
No.
Yes. Number 10, Oregon. What did you just do? I don't know where we went. He ruined everything.
Okay, here we go. It's a Willamette Valley
in Oregon. I don't have my glasses, but I knew what I read.
So they have
it's a silky Pinot Noir.
Silky Pinot Noir from Oregon.
Why would it shock me? Oregon has like one of the best vineyards.
Yeah, I just think that. I mean, there's so many in California that I'm.
Oregon is very untouched.
So,
not untouched.
It's
less unknown.
Thank God. It hasn't been touched as often. So the next one, number 9, this one's pretty interesting. I never heard of Moselle, Germany.
I have.
You have?
I have. And it's they're known for their Riesling. I'm not a Riesling fan, so it's too sweet for me, but interesting. Yeah. We should try that.
Yeah, we should. So here we go. Douro Valley, Portugal, which we're going to go there next year. And we're going to do a podcast from Portugal.
Yep. And we're planning on doing the vineyards as well. So
with our Dominican friends. Very,
very cool. Number 7 is South Africa, and it's Stellenbosch.
It's Stellenbosch.
And it's a red. Oh, so they're known for their reds and crisp wines. Yeah. Whites.
So South Africa, which I don't think I've had a wine from South Africa.
Nope. I think we should make that a point for like the next ones. Like look for South African and Oregon and the Germany one.
Okay, I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to enhance our wine.
Yeah, because a lot of our wines are usually Italy and California.
Okay, so this to me is like one of my favorites, Mendoza, Argentina, right? High altitude Malbecs and with juicy intensity, like the people. So Mendoza definitely is one of my bucket lists that I want to get there. You want to hit this next one? I'm proud of him. You can't read it? Okay.
It's slightly bigger.
So I'm basically doing this podcast with Helen Keller. So Barossa Valley in Australia, powerful Shiraz.
It's a Shiraz.
Yeah, with a smoky spice.
I read that.
You did that? Okay. So the next one is La Rioja, which obviously it's one of the more affordable but I like it.
We like it. Red wines.
Tempranillo.
Tempranillo. I used to only drink those at one point. I do still like them, but they are really good.
Yeah, I like that wine. I like that grape.
Yeah,
I like that region. And you know what I like about them? The affordability.
Yeah, it is actually an affordable bottle of wine.
Yeah,
I can read the next one.
Can you?
I can.
All right.
Tuscany, Italy.
Ooh, and that's number what?
Number 3.
Which I'm surprised. Tuscany, number 3.
Yeah. And the birthplace of Chianti and Brunello, which Brunello is amazing.
Yeah, we've actually, I think our next episode, we're going to talk about Brunello. Or
there you go.
We have in the past. I don't know because this is a wine segment.
I wouldn't know because I don't write the scripts.
Very true. But this is what shocks me, though, in this list. Okay. They have Napa Valley over Tuscany. That's pretty shocking. At number 2, Napa Valley, U.S., bold Cabernets and innovative wine. But read what it says. Wine what? Utec.
And I'll tell you why they're over Tuscany. Go ahead. I know the reason.
Well, I think we're going to agree. So I think learning about Napa Valley is that they're actually using different grapes and they're fusing different grapes.
But they're getting the grape. Originally, the grapes were from Tuscany and Italy, and they brought them over, and then they kind of, with technology and all of this stuff, have grown all of these different blends. So that's really the Napa Valley, and that a lot of people don't know that. So that's why, like the wine tech, I can see why they've.
I think what's crazy is because big tech is from California. I think when it comes to wine, it's kind of moving in the same direction. They're just kind of enhancing wine and the grapes and creating different types of wine, just different types of wine. So that might be the reason. I still think that wine and enjoying wine is an atmospheric environment thing, which I haven't been to Napa Valley, so I can't put it down. But I think Tuscany, it's Tuscany, it's Italy.
Yeah, but we also have a favorite.
It's old world
part of Italy that we do love wine, which we'll talk about last. But really quick, number 1 is Bordeaux. Excuse me again. Bordeaux, France, legendary for Cabernet and Merlot blends. Bordeaux, that's one of my faves.
Yeah, Bordeaux. I couldn't agree more with this list. Number 1.
But I will tell you, when we go to Italy, our house that we have is the northeast. And in that region is the Veneto region. And we love that region of wine. So some of them is that we like to drink is the
Suave,
Lo
Suave, and
Lugano.
Yes, and so like that region is really nice.
It's very different than those, and I think it's understated.
It's
underrated.
Underrated. That's stated.
You took my wine.
Yes, I think you should stop. So that was segment 2, everyone, for our 10th episode, top 10 wineries in the world. If you like what we talked about, or if you're pissed off that your region didn't get talked about,
like us, comment below, and we would love to respond.
There we go.
All right, number 10, top 10 hikes.
No.
What?
That's not something.
So what are we doing? I thought you told me hikes.
No, that's the last segment.
Oh, what's the...
What, did you not get the notes? So segment 3, everyone. Top 10 not so popular destinations.
You sure we can't make this bigger? Okay, go ahead.
Oh, gosh. All right. So these places are really not talked about as much, or they're underrated or understated, as my wife would say. But they're just as important as the other more popular ones.
Do you want to start at number 10 and work our way to 1?
I think you should. You should. Yeah.
What are you saying?
Go.
Bhutan, South Africa. I know a lot of people that go there. It's so
Bhutan.
Weird.
Yeah.
So it is the Eastern Himalayas in between India and China.
Yeah. So that's a great place. Actually, travel should be arranged through an authorized Bhutanese travel operator.
I agree.
Yeah. And we recommend to travel to Tiger's Nest Monastery for the ultimate hike.
Very cool.
Yeah. So the next one.
I can read because it's in bold.
Awesome.
I'm just kidding.
No, I didn't want to read that either. Uzbekistan and Uzbekistan.
Stop, in Central Asia.
I can't say it. It's in Central Asia. It's actually bordering Kazakhstan and Turkmenistan. Why is it a hidden gem? It's formerly part of the Silk Road city.
Oh, we talked about this one episode about the Silk Road.
True. And they have a lot of colorful mosaics, Islamic architecture, and vibrant bazaars. Tourism is emerging there big time.
Very cool.
Yeah. So you want to talk about that tip?
Travel tip. Ideal for cultural and history travelers. Use a reputable tour company for guides and transportation and logistics. Talk to me. I know all the suppliers in the world, so I agree on that. And so number 8 is where I've been dying to get to.
Not dying.
I've talked about it multiple times. Indonesia. But specifically, this area is Lombok, Indonesia, and it's east of Bali. And the hidden gems so I guess because of it's overshadowed by Bali, but in this area, it's quieter beaches, volcanic hikes, and it's without crowds and chaos, which is my total thing.
Yep.
And it's known great for surfers, hikers, honeymooners. And this is an area to be more quiet, snorkeling, and great for island hopping. So
I think it's probably even a fraction of the cost of Bali, right?
Yeah, and Bali's still inexpensive. The flight there is not.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking, you have the same waters, and I'm sure, but Bali is ultimately a tourist.
It's not that expensive.
It's not that expensive, but it's still bigger than this place.
This place, 100%.
That's what I'm saying. So you might get a cheaper experience. So next one is Vietnam. Everybody knows where Vietnam is. Hidden gem. It's still compared to Thailand, but it does have a bunch of great landscapes. One of them being Ha Long Bai. It's a work their cuisine is top notch, and it's affordable travel. So, and of course, it has history. So Vietnam, I think, from a food, history, and geological standpoint, is one of the best underrated places.
I have been to number 6, which is Ghent, Belgium. And it is in the north region of Belgium between Brussels and Bruges. hidden gem. Ghent has canals, castles, and Gothic architecture. And it says that it's less crowds than Bruges. It is. It's still quiet. Bruges is still really, I think, even prettier. The visit to the Castle of Counts and grab a boat sunset tour. Also a great base to explore the best of Belgium. I agree. I've done the little canal tour and stuff like that. Ghent is really cute. All of Belgium. I think Belgium overall is a great place to visit. And I think a lot of people don't necessarily visit all of there. And I've spent a great deal of time over there. So definitely check it out.
I think Belgium is something I want to do soon.
Yeah. No,
I think it's a great, it seems like a great country.
I spent many months there. So it's a great place to visit.
So I just like saying this word. I'm not going to lie. Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka is an island nation south of India. That's where one of our musical MIA baby, Paper Airplanes, is from. They have tea plantations, which I didn't know there was plantations for that. They have ancient Buddhist ruins, which I think is amazing. And they have national parks with elephants, which I know you're going to love. And golden beaches with just within a few hours. So you could do all that in just a few hour drive. I think that's pretty kick-ass.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oman is number 4 and is the Arabian Peninsula. It blends luxury with natural wonders. Think desert dunes and lavish worlds of valleys. Very pretty. They say to rent a 4x4 and go throughout the mountains and desert. So that's pretty cool. I like it. They have luxury resorts there. So I would love to go there. Oh, can I do number 3 too? I have been asking to go here for the longest, and this is Tanzania. Tanzania is actually part of Africa and is the very north part of it. So it's in the center. So to give you an exact destination or location, if this is Africa, on the very, very top is Tanzania. And to the east is going to be Egypt. And to the west is Morocco. So Tanzania is almost like, I would compare it to that Greek architecture, beautiful. I'm dying to get there. I have not read the notes, but those are just my insights.
But do you know that actually I read an article recently about Tanzania that they also have just as much. Actually, no, I didn't read. I heard in actually another podcast that they have as much relics as Egypt.
I would doubt that. It's very close to Egypt.
Sadly, because of their economy and they're not as well known, a lot of people are kind of like tomb raiders where they're selling these artifacts for cheap. So a lot of people are getting stuff as old.
Probably like BC
as Egypt and as probably important. And they're just, the locals are just selling it because unfortunately, the economy is not, it's not as popular as Egypt. So
no, it's not. But it is, guys, visit it. It's really pretty. So that is like my top for my birthday.
Yeah.
All right. He's going to do number 2 and 1. So we took over the last one.
So Laos, it's landlocked. It's landlocked Southeast Asia between Vietnam and Thailand. Often skipped for its neighbors, obviously, right? Because you have 2 big ones. But they have
it is a little day trip there.
So they have authentic Buddhist culture, French colonial architecture, which is interesting in that side of the world, and mystical plain of jars. It's a peaceful town like Luang Prabang. Laos is ideal for slow travel. Take river cruises on the Mekong and enjoy low cost, high value luxury.
Very cool.
So there you go.
Love that.
I like anything that says low cost
and luxury
and high luxury. So Laos is there. And then Hydra. No, you Marvel fans. I'm not talking about the evil organization Hydra. I'm talking about Hydra in Greece. It's an island in the Saronic Gulf, just 2 hours from Athens. No cars are allowed at all in Hydra.
So cool.
Yeah. And you could travel by donkey.
Not so cool.
Not so cool. Boat or foot. It's a serene blend of maritime history, Bulgaria covered mansions, and a quiet harbor charm, perfect for a day trip or 2-night stay.
I love that. I actually would like to stay there a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think I would definitely stay there in Hydra.
Well, there's your top 10 less visited destinations.
Yeah.
And are we done? Is that it? Or
no, I think we are going to something that really means a lot to me.
Okay.
And I think you could support me on this.
Are we gonna go backwards again?
Why not? I like going 10 to 1.
So tell them what we're talking about.
So we're talking about the 10 most dangerous hikes in the world. Okay, something that I hope our friends Kiki and Eddie are listening to.
Maybe not.
No, but I want to see what they want to hike. Because there's a lot of them I will not do. Probably a good 90% of it.
All right, start with number 10. And
Number 10.
Number 11.
Chadar Trek in Kanthar River, India. It's a Lankan region in northern India. Why is it dangerous? Because you trek across frozen river of the Himalayas over 11,000 feet of elevation.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that.
No, it's not happening. It's not happening in my life.
I like to see it. I don't want to hike it.
I want to put a drone in that environment.
No, I want to see it with my own eyes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't need to see it.
I don't think
I just don't want to walk it.
But here's the thing. If you're going to go on this river, it's going to be frozen.
Yeah. Okay, next.
Yeah, next. Wait. Number 9. Go. You do number 9.
Number 9 is...
I want to hear you say this.
What is that? Kokodia?
Yeah.
Okay. Kokodio.
Kokoda.
No, but is that IA? I can't.
CA.
Oh, so Kokoda track. And it's in New Guinea. And 60 miles of dense jungle. Crossing rivers, lots of humanity, World War II relics.
Lots of humanity. Like
humidity.
You mean like
humidity.
You mean like there's a lot of people there? Or like?
Fun fact: key role World War II as Allied forces battled Japan troops through this particular jungle.
I think you know what? I think I probably would do that one.
Okay, this is like not a fun fact, but because it's such a dense jungle, there's lots of mosquitoes and malaria is on the rise. Exhaustion, leech infested waters, and several hikers have died because of heart attacks and infections. I cannot wait to do that.
You know what? I just retracted my statement about me possibly doing that one. Yeah, I'll do this one. Maybe.
He's such a liar.
Angels Landing and Zion National Park. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm not gonna do the Kokoda. I'm not doing that one.
Okay, Angels Landing in Zion. You need to do a hike before you even get to this hike. So I just want to put that out there.
So I'm going to give you stats. Ready?
Scouts Landing is the hike before. You need a permit to do this part.
Yes. So it's narrow ridge with 1,500 foot drops on either side. So you have 1,500 feet of depth, 1,500 feet of depth on the left. So you're surrounded by 3,000 feet of death.
There's poles with chains on this trail
that somebody drilled in.
That somebody drilled in.
Yeah, they might not be that handy.
You go through that, and then you get to like a little platform. It's like a little rock. Yeah. And so I've actually hiked up Scouts Landing with my daughter to Angels Landing. We did not have the permit, but I would not have done it either.
So over a dozen people have died since 2000.
Hold on. They're probably all selfies.
No. Well, main reason, wind and panic.
I could totally see that.
Wind and panic.
I don't need to do that. Like, I'm already up there. Why do I need to go on a tiny little rock? Like, I was already up that same height in Scouts Landing and a big rock. I don't need to do that.
So here's the thing I wanted to tell people about this segment. Like, I love to travel, and I like to push my physical and mental being, but up to a point. Like, I don't want to.
No, this is
insane.
Yeah.
This is insane. So the maze, babe.
The maze is Canyonlands National Park. It's in Utah and is the most remote places in the U.S. No marketed trails, no cell service, and maze-like sandstone canyons. The risk is getting lost. There is no GPS or like an emergency signal. And I don't know what the fun fact of this would be, but Edward Abbey described it as the most in-hospital region in the world. So that's pretty
that's something I ever want to do in my life.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. This just gives me anxiety. I don't know why I did this segment, to be honest with you. The Drenkenberg Traverse in South Africa and Lesotho along the Drakensberg Mountains in South Africa, over 140 miles of wild terrain. Okay, no trail markings at all, and a vertical chain ladder climbs to the start.
Who put that there?
Vertical chain ladder. When anybody says a vertical chain ladder, you go that way. You go the opposite way. Don't ever do this in your life.
So if it's vertical, go horizontal.
God, I like you so drunk. You know what? Now you're the personality of this podcast. Climbers can fall during an ascent. Typical. And unpredictable storms cause hyperthermia and disorientation.
I don't know why this is a thing.
Yeah. Climbers begin with metal ladders bolted into 100-foot cliffs. That's how you start.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like a really bad...
Like, who put that there? And how do we know they're
like,
sturdy?
why does anybody say, let me hike that? Like, why? Like, I don't get it. Whatever. Rim to rim. Oh, wait, we're going to do this.
Rim to rim Grand Canyon. So this is a pretty big hike. We did the South Rim. It took 2 days. We are planning next year, I think, next September.
To do exactly that.
Well, I don't know if it's Rim's Rim. I know that we're doing the North Rim.
No, she wants to go from north to south.
North to South Rim. I heard it's very pretty. So this was on the 10. This
is number 5. Yeah.
Wait, and Kiki wants
to do this.
I don't know. We're supposed to do this hike. So it is rim to rim, 24-mile trek across the desert with steep elevation, 10,000 feet and above. And risk factor is heat. Besides Kiki, is heat stroke, dehydration, and cardiac arrest are most common. And about 250 hikers are rescued each year.
250.
Amazing. Can't wait for my husband to be 251.
Thank you.
And then it says, travel trip. Do not try to hike rim to rim in one day. Plan an overnight and carry lots of water. We do not plan to do this rim to rim in one day. I was actually thinking 2 days.
I was actually thinking a week, but whatever. Okay, so this next one is very famous. El Caminito del Rey in Spain is, where is it? Is El Chorro Gorge near Malaga. This former maintenance walkway clings on the gorge walls over 300 feet above river below. So I've seen this. I think a lot of people have seen this. It's pretty much like there's like a little platform and you're attached to a rail on a cliff. Again, before renovations, it was known as the Walk of Death. Enough said. Like, do you want to, hey, babe, you want to go hike the Walk of Death?
Not really.
No?
No, I'm not really into that.
It reopened safely, but still vertical.
How was it safely?
That's what I want to get to. But still vertical inducing. So in other words, if you're like me, you still do it. You want to piss your pants.
I see.
Yeah. Why do it? I don't understand that.
I don't know how to say that.
Number 3.
Is that G-I-R-O or N-O?
This is Italian though.
I know, but I don't know if it's an R.
It's a giro di sorapis. Because you're going to sorapis over your pants. Eh? You're going to sorapis over my pants.
You're funny.
I am. I'm the personality of this podcast. So the giro.
It's in the Dolomites, which is in the Veneto region, which is where our house is. And fun fact, from our house, you can see the Dolomites.
Dolomites.
And it is exposed ridges and icy. What is that?
Icy death.
No, icy something shapes. What is that word?
Secri.
Risk factor, fog and snow make trail visibility almost non-existent. That does not sound like fun.
So you're hiking
Fatal
on a mountain.
Falls are not uncommon. Why do we want to do this?
Yeah.
Only hike with a
with a lot of drugs, apparently, because I'm not doing that.
No, it just says for you to hike in better seasons. So probably this summer, or it says spring and fall. But I wouldn't go when it's.
Yeah, I don't want to go to Hydra. I'm going to piece. Sorapis. I sorapis my pants. Okay, so number 2 is Mount Horashan Plank Walk in China.
Where's that? Oh, is it the one that we would see online?
I think so. It's near Xi'an. And I'm not going to even try to pronounce this province because it's Shukamina.
Near Xi'an.
Near Xi'an.
Okay.
So so let me forget the province. So hikers clip into chains while walking across 12-inch wide wooden planks bolted to a vertical cliff 7,000 feet high. Let me ask you a question. If you go on a dating site and someone says, I want to have romantic walks on 12-inch wide wooden planks bolted on vertical cliffs 7,000 feet high, would you date him?
Do you swipe?
You swipe or delete or I don't know these apps.
I don't know how to do anything.
Yeah, but just fucking X that motherfucker out because how do you, I will never engage with anybody that wants to do that.
Next.
Number 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, is that striding edge? Is that what it says? Striding edge?
I don't know. Stringing edge. Lake District. Yeah, no, it's not. It's STRIDING.
Striding.
Striding. That's what I said. I said that.
This is in England, and it is a narrow ridge climb, extremely exposed with steep drops on both sides and very high winds all year round.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like so much fun. Fatalities occur every year, often due to slips in the wet or icy conditions. It is a classic route for experienced UK climbers, despite the deadly reputation. And I'd have to say I will 100% pass on all of that.
Again, when it comes to all these adventure things, you have to add it in a bio in a dating app.
What are you looking to date?
No,
why
I'm
do you
just
keep
saying,
talking about that?
Because what I'm saying
do you
is,
have a dating app that I don't know?
No. What I'm saying,
should I make a dating app?
Oh my Lord! What I'm saying is that it's not something that you want to incorporate with.
You should know that if your partner is into this before you get together.
I'm trying to save people relationships.
Unless he has money, then this is perfect. And no prenup.
So thank you for seeing our 10th. Is this 10th? I don't even know what episode.
Yes,
this is our 10th episode. So thank you everyone that has supported us. Thank you for subscribing, those 57 people. And
woo! We can't even cheers. I have water.
We can't cheers because this one is not, she wants to date a rich guy and kill him, apparently. So
thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Like, subscribe, comment, send us anything that you need to send us. We love you. And cheers.
Ching ching. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go have the coffee.
Why?